So today, when we're doing a hook and dog bone replacement, here are the tools you're going to need. We're going to need a set of pliers. You'll need a set of needle nose pliers, Phillips screwdriver, a flathead. You'll need your hooks. You'll notice that they're opposites. Then your dog bones. These are the same. These can go on either side. So it's a screws and a washer. First thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna make sure that your unit is powered off, either unplugged or powered off the breaker, and then you're gonna wanna deploy the system out and make sure that you're sitting just about like this. You're gonna wanna secure the head somehow. If you have a longer motor, it'll just stay like this as long as you put the depth collar down here at the bottom. So first you're gonna take off the side covers. And just 2 screws on each side. There's a spring right here. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna push that spring back and it should just pop out. And this one, we're gonna move it out of the way, so you just take your flathead, you go in from the back right here, you just kind of pop it out of the way and pull it forward towards you. Not too hard. And then you'll just move it out of the way. You can undo this screw. Take this screw out. Make sure you save your washer. But this is the same screw and washer we sent you. Now we'll take your flathead. You got the cotter pin here, and we'll just stick it underneath and straighten these out. So you can take this pin out. It may be slippery from Vaseline. And I'll take the flathead and I'll stick it in the end there. And just give it a couple little. And then you're just gonna pull this out of there. Now, this linkage here will come out. A little tight, but it should just come right off of there. Set that to the side. This dog one will come off. The hook will come out like this. So now, you'll take your new hook. The hooks are opposite. One of them only fits on one side. And you'll just slide it in, just goes into the hole there. And when you do that, you'll notice that the helper spring is down at the bottom. So the helper spring, you'll make sure it's on the back end. And when you get the hook, you'll bring the hook up and it catches that spring. And that's what gives it that spring to catch the hook. So just make sure it's on the back, pull it back, and you're gonna have to hold it there while you do the rest of it on there. You'll take your dog bone, slide it onto the bottom first, take the top. Make sure that your hook goes through this spring on the front. Take your dog bone, just line it all up. It should just fit nice and flush like that. Make sure it's nice and flush. If it's not flush, it's gonna get bound up and it's just not gonna release properly. You'll take the linkage, put the linkage back on, make sure it's pushed back all the way. You'll take your cotter pin. And then I have to push it from the back. If you need to, you can push down on the little pedal. So you'll take your needle nose and you just put that back in there. I like to take the bigger ones and make sure it's in all the way. You can get your needle nose and bend them back. So just kind of bend them around the pin there. So you got your screw and your washer. Get your Phillips. Use a screw back on. And you can bend this linkage out just a little bit to get clearance. Just a little bend. So just push back and it should just pop right in like that. Just give it a test, it should be nice and smooth. If this dog bone wasn't put on flush with the hook, it's not gonna be nice and smooth. It's gonna get stuck somewhere. So you have to make sure it's nice and flush. So after that, all you're gonna do is just put on your side cover. And then you'll just repeat the same process for the other side of the motor.